Continuing with our deep dive of the ability scores, let us move down one more time. Moving out of the physical ability scores and into the more mental ones, we have intelligence. And again, starting with 3rd edition. Now, this one is actually extremely different. There are many significant differences between 3rd and 5th edition when it comes to intelligence. So, let us just look at what intelligence does in 3rd edition. First, it determines how many languages you know. Second, it determines how many skill points you get each level. And again, we will talk about skills in more detail later, but everybody in 3rd edition benefits from a high intelligence because of the skill points that they get. Now, the skills that are key to intelligence in 3rd edition, we have this list here. We have, what is this here? We got appraise, craft, decipher script, disable device, forgery, knowledge, search, and spellcraft. Now that's 8. You'll note, dexterity had 9, intelligence only has 8, except that knowledge, even though it's listed as knowledge here, there are actually 10 separate knowledge skills in 3rd edition. So you take the 8 that we have listed here, take the knowledge out and add 10 individual knowledges, and we actually have 17 skills that are keyed to intelligence in 3rd edition. Now, you'll also note that the wizard uses the intelligence as his spellcasting ability, getting bonus spells, which I talked about in my overview of ability scores, as well as needing a certain intelligence score in order to cast various levels of spells. So that's 3rd edition. Languages, skill points, 17 different skills, and then the wizard uses it for his magic. In 5th edition, we have 5 skills: arcane, history, investigation, nature, religion. That's it, 5. To cover 17 from 3rd edition. And not only that, but 4 of these skills in 5th edition are knowledge skills. Arcane, history, nature, religion. These are knowledge skills that would be covered in the 10 different skills from 3rd edition. And these 4 knowledge skills don't even cover all 10 knowledge skills that are covered in 3rd edition. So, we have investigation to cover the other 7 skills. But investigation actually is really just another type of knowledge. It's an applied knowledge skill rather than a general knowledge skill. And so most of what investigation does in 5th edition is also covered either by knowledge skills or as a secondary effect that is gained through uses of the appraise or crafting skills. And so some of these skills we have over here. At least 5 of them have no direct translation into the skills of 5th edition. Decipher script, disable device, forgery, spellcraft. These things do not have a direct translation in 5th edition. They simply don't really exist, or they are just a basic intelligence check, and therefore can never increase in effectiveness. So it does list things that you can do with intelligence checks, such as appraising things, but it's a skill over here, it's not over here. But you'll also note there's very few things that are just a simple intelligence check in 3rd edition. Most of it's going to be based in your skills. The only thing I can think of that could be a simple, straight intelligence check, and this is possibly just a house rule and not even in the books, I don't remember, and that is memorizing something, the ability to remember things. But I'll even say that when psionics was introduced to 3rd edition, they introduced a skill called auto-hypnosis that actually was a skill to memorize things. So, again, skills in 3rd edition, much more important than they are in 5th, and much more expansive, especially when it comes to intelligence. Now, in 5th edition, the wizard is again the only class that uses intelligence to cast his spells. We will deal with magic in a future video, but I do want to point that out, that we do still have wizards here use intelligence, and wizards here use intelligence. And that is our comparison of intelligence. But before we sign off, let me just again point out, in 5th edition, you know language is based on your race and your background, and that's basically it. Doesn't matter how intelligent you are, somebody of the same race and same background will have the same languages, or at least the same number of languages. In 3rd edition, you also have languages based on your race. I believe each race has a racial language, and then they get 1 bonus language or something like that. We'll deal with that in another video when we're comparing the races. But your intelligence will determine how many extra languages you know. So a high intelligence, I believe it is, you get 1 extra language for every intelligence modifier. So if you have an 18 intelligence, you get 4 extra languages. Now, granted, in 5th edition, your background can give you additional languages, and backgrounds don't exist in 3rd edition, not the mechanics of the background. So you don't have that. So you can get these extra languages in 5th edition, but in 3rd it is based on your intelligence. So even a fighter with a soldier's background, if he has a high enough intelligence, can know 6 languages. And then again, the skill points. Because in 3rd edition, every level, you gain skill points to increase your skills however you want. And that is a very big difference between the two things. And because intelligence gives more skill points, you get more skill points every level based on your intelligence modifier. Therefore, your skills are enhanced. Every single skill, even the skills that are not directly keyed to intelligence, can be enhanced through intelligence because of these extra skill points. And therefore, every class, no matter what class it is, no matter what race it is, will benefit from a higher intelligence in 3rd edition. That is not necessarily true in 3rd. Sorry, got that backwards. Will benefit from a high intelligence in 3rd edition. That is not necessarily true in 5th. But this will conclude my comparison of intelligence between 3rd and 5th edition D&D, and we will see you in the next video.